Green Bay Packers. Can I just tell you how great I feel for Malik Willis? Can I tell you how much respect I have for Matt LaFleur? This is a Packer season that began on a Friday night in Brazil, and it looked dead in the water. Did it not? It looked dead in the water. Not only did the Eagles put up all those points, but at the end of the game, you end up having Jordan Love crumple to the turf on a soccer field in Brazil, and you're going, my goodness, is the season already over? Now, I want to just remind you, my Super Bowl prediction was Bengals and Packers to the Super Bowl, okay? And after week number 1, we had Jordan Love go down, the Packers lose that game, and the Bengals lose to the Patriots. So at the moment, it felt very, very loserville-y. Now here we are, and the Packers have won back-to-back games without Jordan Love. And today they go down to a hot, steamy Nashville. There's cheeseheads in the crowd going crazy. And Malik Willis stepped up and had a really nice game. They put up 30 points. They managed it well. And who was the mistake-prone young quarterback? It was Will Levis and not Malik Willis. And remember, Malik Willis was a Titan. And remember, he was traded to the Packers in August. He's only been part of the franchise for a couple of weeks. He's been basically a Packer for a month. And he's already won 2 games, okay? And 2 crucial games to keep them afloat when Love is out. My guess is Love comes back next week because he was already practicing limited earlier this week, and he was a scratch for today's game. But my guess is that Malik Willis just got the Packers back to Jordan Love with 2 wins in 2 games. I just love it. And Willis, it sounds cliche, but Malik Willis had such a smart quote when he said, I knew the chance might never come, but if it did, I had to be ready. And he just grinded in Tennessee, learning as much as he could, staying ready, staying humble, then gets traded to the Packers and obviously get traded to Green Bay. And you figure, well, I'm never starting because Jordan Love just got paid and he's the future of the franchise of the present. And here you are thrust into it after week number 1, and to handle it this way, what chef's kiss for Malik Willis. Secondly, there is no doubt in my mind Matt LaFleur is one of the best coaches in football, and I don't think he's ever gotten the credit because the best teams he had were the ones with Aaron Rodgers, and Rodgers seemingly was always sniping with decision-making, the roster decisions, game planning, motivation. Him and LaFleur, just like him and every other coach, have always been little tense. And they had playoff flameouts. The playoff flameout against the 49ers, the playoff flameout against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, week 17 or week 18 against the Lions a couple of years ago. There were some ugly moments and some big situations. And I just think LaFleur kept getting overlooked because the end of the season always came up short. And yet here we are, and LaFleur last season with Jordan Love, without Aaron Rodgers, year number 1, ends up getting that amazing victory in the playoffs in Dallas, where Love just caught fire, and they were completely out coaching and coaching circles around Mike McCarthy and the Cowboys, and then get to a divisional round, compete well, and then come into this year, and he's got to do it with a backup quarterback. Man, LaFleur has been fantastic. I think also the new defensive coordinator for the Packers has been very good the last 2 weeks as well. I think you're seeing a unit kind of come together. I think you're seeing both sides of the football play together well. And I got a lot of respect for the Packers. Big-time victories the last 2 weeks. Look, the Titans might be terrible, but still, you're just trying to stack wins before you get Love back and stay afloat, and they did. And today was not really much of a game. You went on the road with a backup QB, and it wasn't much of a game for a guy that's been with the franchise for a month. Well done for the Pack.